like to give a brief overview of the Bleisure traveler. First of all, the term Bleisure is important because it acknowledges that they are actually one in the same person. A Bleisure traveler is someone who may be on business but takes time to visit the sites, go to a movie, or meet up with friends in their visiting city. And of course, vice versa, leisures are going to check their email throughout their trip or hop on a web conference before they go to the beach for the day.
The Bleisure traveler, how the trip is booked, is very, very important because, again, it may be in multiple steps. So to a hotel, it may be, if they're only on the leisure portion and the guest is staying in downtown Los Angeles for business meetings and then wants to go out to Santa Monica or head down to Anaheim because the family's coming in and they're going to do some leisure things, the hotels that are on the leisure end of that may be looking at it as being a completely separate trip. Whereas if it's a family vacation that needs a lot of business connectivity and that sort of thing, because there may be conference calls or other things that unfortunately interrupt that vacation, that's a different kind of approach, which really falls into that planning stage. They're going to need to know that they've got good, solid internet access, that sort of thing, to be able to make these things happen. The Bleisure experience has all these mixed influences. You have these personal goals of business and leisure. A lot of time, other people's goals wind up changing your goals, which may be your employer wanting you to work more than you'd like on your vacation, or your travel companions wanting to perform more leisure than what your employer may want you to be doing. And then, of course, the logistics of prioritizing the activities, sequencing itineraries, that sort of thing. The key is to provide relevance to the consumer. So on your website, whatever experiences that you have, the emails, that sort of thing, are communicating these various facets of the hotel experience. Key takeaways. You need to really look at the traveler personas. What are those travelers trying to accomplish when they're staying at your hotel? Try to be considerate of people book travel in very many different ways. So if it is a scrutinizer, you want to make sure that there are pages with lots of detail that has everything that will satisfy them. Whereas if they're habitual and they just want to get straight through, they know all about your property, you need to make sure that you have a booking path that will work for them as well. You want to adapt to the phase of travel to make sure that you provide inspiration for people at that phase, or validation if there are reviews, that sort of thing that you can provide. That's terrific to, again, reassure them that they're making the right choice. You want that consistent experience across all the devices they may be using. And then particularly for the Bleisure traveler, you really want something that can provide them with the relevance of, yes, we've got these great business services that can support you when you're on vacation. So if you're more of a leisure resorty destination, it's great to be able to say, hey, you can still plug in and here's the stuff that we do to make sure that you're taken care of. Or if you're more a corporate location, here are some of the things that really make you great for being a leisure property as well.
Now, define an audience, like we did with citizenM, mobile citizens. You just saw the decoration, it's for those. And serve them a proposition based on if somebody's price sensitive or insensitive. If there's a company affiliation, if you know the person is with a company, you can conclude a couple of those things that were also in Robert's presentation. Aspirational brand affiliation. Some people are looking for your brand. And who do you inspire to? Maybe you can conclude if somebody says on Facebook, I like Apple versus I like Walmart, that says something about the person. So look at what brands people say they aspire to. Repeat versus new. Do you know the person, or is it the first-time guest? Online reputation score, and I don't mean any of the review pros or the brand karmas. I mean the reputation score of the guest. Who is this guest? Does he have 1,000 followers on Twitter? Does he have 10,000 followers or 1 million? Or is he not on Twitter? Tell something about the type of guest you have in front of you. Behavior and purpose. Those two are really interesting. Behavior. What is the guest doing? You can see that actually. And you can see that, and a lot of us have access to Google Analytics, but we're not really knowing how to do anything with it the moment that it really needs to happen before it becomes analytics. And purpose, why? the why does the guest, what is the guest doing at that moment at the website, and why is he there?